such an asshole.
All right, we can do one. We can do one. Oh, Captain's about... Oh, gosh, how much juice I got left in this laptop? It'll have to be quick. All right. Hello, Cappy. I would like a video response and to stay anonymous. My name is such and such. I'm a 21-year-old female currently attending a school down south that I believe is private and very expensive, majoring in accounting. Since the age of 19, I was living in New York City with my mother in one of the worst housing projects in Manhattan. So those Democrats love you minorities. And the time I was attending a nearby community college. I took a few introductory courses in accounting, fell in love with the field, and listened to your advice and on not getting a worthless degree. Things started to spiral down after my father cheated on my mother, got a divorce behind her back, and pretty much became a deadbeat. My mother took all of her anger out on my then 11-year-old sister and me. I've come to the realization that my mother loves to live on food stamps and has no problem raising 2 daughters in the ghetto as long as she never has to get a real job outside the house. No! Minority women, and especially white women in Wyoming, would never do that because they just love their children so much. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make fun of it because this disgusts me more than anything else. How single moms get this heroic fucking blessing and halo over their head, and they literally use their children as shields to defend against the harshness and the realities of their consequences and their mistakes in real life. This is child abuse, is what it is. Things got pretty bad between my mother and I because I decided to get a job and it lowered her down her food stamps, causing us to get into heated arguments. You can't succeed because I'm too lazy to get a job. That's what your mother's saying. So fuck your life. I need to meet government checks. A year later, I met my boyfriend and his mother offered us to move into her house in this state that I'm now south until I finish college and eventually move out. That's a very, 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 very nice mother indeed. And I don't, if you and your boyfriend happen to break up, heaven forbid, you should follow up with that nice young lady, or older woman, obviously, and you should say thank you to her. That's a saint. I knew that living in the hood and dealing with parents that were not willing to help me through college wasn't going to get me anywhere, so I took the chance and I moved. Good girl. Good girl. Get out of the fucking ghetto. I went to shitty community college to build up my credits in order to transfer to the university I'm now in. I found a retail job that pays only $10 an hour. We had to buy a car paying $456 a month, including insurance. I don't know why you bought a car that expensive. Splitting this payment in half between my boyfriend and me because ultimately his family got tired of us driving us everywhere for 8 months. I can understand that. I'm $2,770 in credit card debt, mainly because my mother bought me a laptop as a graduating gift, which I have to pay half of the bill every month. That's not a gift. A gift is they just give you the money, or they give you it. Why do you have to pay half? Is your name on that bill? Because if it isn't, I'd tell your mom to fuck off. I would look into emancipation. I wasn't going to talk about this, but let's say, first you should look into emancipating yourself from your mother. That's the first thing I would do. That's the very first thing I would do. And from your father. If the bill is not in your name, stop paying that fucking bill. For God's sake, I'll mail you a laptop from my buddy. I will send you a laptop in the mail. It won't be the greatest thing, but it'll be $200 at most, and I'll pay it for you if you need a fucking laptop. All right? A bill for a fucking laptop, the goddamn woman. Not you, your mom. On top of that, I took out my first student loan in order to cover the rest of my tuition. That's fine. That's what it's for. I tried going the student loan route, but it seems that there is no way to bypass it. I'm taking 5 classes, but unfortunately due to my transcripts being sent in after the due date, my schedule doesn't fit a reasonable time to work during the weekdays, causing me to work weekends only at the moment. My boyfriend's parents are moving to another state, but we've decided to stay in this town because of our jobs and school. Good. Leaving rent, utility expenses all to my boyfriend. I feel like a parasite because I'm a full-time student unable to make ends meet until next semesters when I could choose a better schedule and work more hours. If I go to school part-time, I will lose my financial aid and would have to take out more loans. I would love to hear your advice on how to better my situation in order to finish school, pay rent, live on my own, and in due time leave the state. Thank you, and person's name. All right. Your primary goal right now is not education. It is survival. That is your primary goal. And I asked you if you were thinking about going to Western Governors University because it's a lot cheaper. Said my tuition is about $8,600 per year, while Western Governors is about $6,800 per year. I've taken a couple of entry-level online courses, and I do prefer to sit in a classroom because I am an auditory and visual learner. I would like a video response. I pay through PayPal. Okay, tough shit what you like. There's what you can afford and what's going to happen, all right? And you are in a horrible situation. You're in a, because of your parents, you're in a way worse situation than I was, but financially you're in no different situation than I was. You're just going to suffer. No matter what you do, you're going to suffer. Now, you can suffer as bad as I did, which is the wrong way to do things, where you're working full-time and going to school full-time. Work at a security job. I recommend that. Then you can study and work at the same time, or maybe become a late-night librarian or a gas station or parking lot attendant. That's something you can do. But what you've got to do is you've got to survive first and foremost. So I would put school second. Take the occasional part-time class at the local community college. Go online through Western Governors University or ASU Online or someplace that offers accredited classes online and take them on the cheap. Because this bullshit, well, you got to go full-time, otherwise we aren't going to give you your scholarship money. Fuck them. Fuck them. Have you not learned the adults hate your fucking guts and they're here to live off of you? And there's some people out there, Western Governors, all these other places, where it's like, take a class here online, take this part-time. You need food, clothing, and shelter. Look up Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You are not at self-actualization level. You are at biological level. You need food, clothing, and shelter. So I don't know how close you are to finishing this semester. If you can finish this semester, fine. In the meantime, what I'd strongly recommend is you put an emphasis and the onus of your focus on survival. Get a job. God almighty, why do you have a car payment? That right there is going to fuck you over more than your college loans. See if you can get out of that car loan and just find yourself a reliable, cheap, shitty car that you can fix and learn to fix on your own. You need to build up cash, okay? You need to build up money. You need to save money. So what I would do is I would work, after you finish off, depending how far along you are in this current semester, finish off your current classes, all right? Do that. Do not enroll in any more classes, certainly not full-time, until you got a job and you've worked up enough money and you have paid off your car loan, all right? We've already talked about the laptop. I will fucking send you a laptop if your mom is going to be cunty about this, all right? Build up a little bit of a cash reserve, get stable. There is no rush for you to graduate from college. You're in way too much of a rush to graduate from college, all right? You gotta eat, dude. You gotta eat, all right? Then, once you have a full-time job and the money's coming in, you've paid off your loans, you paid off your debts and all that other stuff, right? Then you're going to go to school part-time. And you could go to the local community college that offers accredited classes in your field, accounting. Or you could go to Western Governors University or ASU Online. And the reason I'm going to recommend you go ASU Online or Western Governors University is because it's cheap, it's self-paced. Self-paced. And you're not going to be bothered driving down to the fucking... I know you think it's annoying. You're an audio-visual. Too bad for you. We don't get what we want. I'm going to save you a shit ton of time of driving down that goddamn campus, finding parking, walking in, having to deal with the schedule. Think about that. If you're working as a security guard or someplace you can do your studying and take your classes while you're working and you're saving yourself a ton of time. That's the only way I went to school full-time and work full-time. You can do that too, but you're not going to have, you cannot, you're just so not availing yourself of the opportunities now of the internet age, where you can take classes online and you can have a job where you have access to the internet late at night and they don't mind if you go ahead and do your studying. That would be ideal. That is what I'm recommending. All right? So your immediate goal right now is to get away from your mother, which you've done, but you've gone into debt with a stupid car purchase. And I don't know what this deal with this laptop is. But you need, okay, number one, you need to emancipate yourself from your mom and your dad. That's the number one thing. Number two, you need to get a full-time job and put food, clothing, and shelter on it so you and your boyfriend can actually survive. And I hope that his parents are kind enough to help you out. All right? Number three, you are going to put education second to your survival. I'm not saying it's not going away. It's a very close second, but you cannot go to school if you can't eat. Trust you me, I dropped down to 118 pounds when I was in college. It wasn't fucking fun. Always getting sick because I wasn't eating enough. Knock that shit off. Do not do what I did. And then you're going to give up this, I need to go to a bricks and mortar school and pay way more money than is necessary when I have jack all for a fucking budget. You're unfortunately going to have to go to Western Governors University or ASU Online. And the great thing about that is that it's accounting. It doesn't need to be taught in person. Chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, trades, those you need hands-on physical experience with, so you can see it, you can tool with it. Accounting, nope, too bad. I know you prefer that. Life doesn't give you what you prefer. Too bad. You have to go online now. Or if there's a local community college that's way cheaper, see if they offer accredited degrees or accredited classes in accounting. Sometimes these community colleges offer 4-year degrees that are accredited in accounting, right? So there's that. Now, all that being said, what I'm going to recommend is better than all that. Get your ass into the fucking military, okay? They're going to cover all your problems. This is the silver bullet to your problem, and it is the best opportunity you have. Food, clothing, shelter, tuition, healthcare, every fucking thing is paid for. And you get paid on top of it. Now, you might get shot, and you owe them several years of your life and all this other stuff, but you get the GI Bill, and then you can go ahead and become an accountant when you're, I think, what are you, 21, 20, 18, 19? What are you? You're 21. All right, so when you're 25, which is still young, life ain't over, now you have a modicum of money, you have no debts, you have some skills, you could even have gotten a degree in the military while you were there. You could have even come out as an officer. You might like the military and be you could be military professional, like lifelong military. But let's say you don't like it, you get out, now you got your GI Bill. Now it's tuition is paid for. All right, so there's 2 options. The first option, you don't go into the military, in which I said online university, second place to you getting a job, emancipate from your parents. The best one, though, is the military, because everything's bought and paid for. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a lot easier than the life you got now. It's a lot easier than option number 1. Yes, you might get shot, but then you have a work experience on your resume. Everybody likes the military. You have free education after that. And I think you have lifelong free health care with the VA. Don't quote me on that. All the guys, you don't understand the VA. I know. And you know what you could do while you're in the military in your free time, assuming you're not stationed out in BFE? You could go to Western Governors University and continue on your education. I like the idea of you going into accounting. You're going to have to get a CPA. There's no doubt about that. So it means you're looking at some master's courses. But you seem to think that you have to go to college immediately, and that is not. It's like you've taken 2 bullet wounds to your body. One went right through your chest and severed some major arteries, and the other is your arm. And you're focusing on your arm like, no. We're focusing on this first. Fuck your arm. Right? You need to focus on survival right now. And the 2 best options is the military, number 1, and then focusing on just getting a job and making ends meet, with school being part-time, number 2. And that's it. And with that laptop thing with your cunt of a mother, I don't know what the fuck that is. But like I said, I go my buddy Aaron. His name is Aaron too. I got a guy. He refurbishes laptops. I'll put it in the fucking mail for you, all right? That's it. If you guys don't have fathers because your father was a douchebag and your mother is a grade AAA with asterisks and stars and clovers and leaves, cunt, come to Asshole Consulting, where America's older brother will fucking help you. And this is the best money you have ever spent. I'll guarantee you that. Way better than this car you got there. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.